And thank you for joining us this morning and for starting your day with us. Look, if you have a question you'd like for me to answer, if you'd like to speak with me, just pick up the phone. Give us a call, 770-934-8000. The number is on the screen. The call is always confidential. There's no obligation, and we would love to speak with you and love to hear from you as well. My email is gary@garymartinhayes.com. Now let's go to a question from one of our viewers. Dear Gary, I have a question for you, and it's really difficult for me to discuss. My mom had to have her gallbladder removed. When we met with her doctor, he assured us it would be a routine procedure. Unfortunately, my mom never made it. Wow. She never made it out of surgery as she died on the operating table. I'm still in shock and I don't know what to do. I don't know what went wrong during the procedure. The surgeon would only tell us he was so sorry and he did all he could do. No one is telling me what happened, and it makes me think they may have committed malpractice. What can I do? And that comes to us from Shelley in Clarkson. Shelley, I'm very sorry to hear about your mom, and I know this is an extremely difficult time for you, so please know you are in our thoughts and prayers. And I can certainly understand why you have questions. You were told this was going to be a routine procedure, and the next thing you know, the doctor's coming out telling you your mom did not make it. Well, you have every right to know what happened. But let's first talk about medical malpractice claims here in Georgia, and then I'll give you some suggestions on what you can do on your potential claim. There's been a lot of talk about frivolous medical malpractice claims being pursued by people that are out there just seeking life's lottery or jackpot justice. Let me give you some facts, not insurance company propaganda. According to the Institute of Medicine, between 44,000 and 98,000 Americans die each year due to preventable medical errors. However, only 1 in 8 of those preventable medical errors committed in hospitals ever results in a malpractice claim. The annual cost to society for medical errors in hospitals is between $17 and $29 billion. And these are some very telling stats. Only a small number of dangerous doctors commit the most malpractice. Only 5% of doctors, 1 out of 20, are responsible for $54 of malpractice claim payouts, or 54% rather. Only 8% of doctors with 2 or more malpractice claim payouts have been disciplined by their state medical board. Only 17% of doctors, 1 out of 6, who have made 5 or more malpractice claim payouts have ever been disciplined by their state medical board. So what you have is an industry that is out there failing to police itself. And please let me make something very, very clear. I am a big fan of medical doctors. I have some very good friends that are in this profession. And over the years, I've had numerous surgeries, including brain surgery. And I have nothing but the highest praise for these men and women. We need doctors, but there needs to be safeguards in place to prevent doctors from being sued anytime a patient is unhappy with their medical treatment or their outcome. But did you know there are already safeguards in place here in Georgia? In Georgia, you just can't file a lawsuit against a doctor like you could any other person. If you feel you're the victim of medical malpractice, you must have another doctor in the same field of medicine as the one that allegedly committed the malpractice swear under oath that the physician or the hospital breached a duty of care to you and you were injured as a result. Now think about that for a moment. The medical community is a very tight group of professionals. Can you imagine how difficult it is to get an orthopedic surgeon to swear in an affidavit that another orthopedic surgeon committed malpractice? It's not only difficult, but it is expensive. You have to secure a copy of all of the relevant medical records and pay for an expert to review them. This costs money. The cost of securing the medical records, investigating the facts, having an expert review them can average anywhere between $22,000 to $75,000 before the case is filed. So these cases are not cheap to pursue. They're very expensive. And just how successful are these medical malpractice lawsuits? Well, there's a 2006 study by the New England Journal of Medicine. It found that plaintiffs, the injured victim or their family, were only successful 21% of the time when the case went to the jury. Jurors are very sympathetic physicians and are unlikely to award damages to injured victims. So Shelley, the first thing that you need to have happen in your claim is for you or your attorney to get a complete copy of your mom's medical records. Then we have to hire a medical expert to review the records. It's not enough for us to claim your mom's death should not have happened. We have to prove that her death was a result of the doctor doing something he should not have done, or not doing something he should have done, or that what he did do no other doctor would have done. It's not enough for us to show that your mom's death was a bad medical result. The doctor's actions or inaction has to be the proximate cause. Now, I know this is a lot of information. The easiest thing for you to do is just pick up the phone and give us a call if you have any kinds of questions regarding a medical malpractice claim. 770-934-8000. The call is free, it's completely confidential, and there is no obligation whatsoever. Or you can email me, Gary@GaryMartinHayes.com. Stay tuned. We will be back in just a moment.